Hey, what up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you, getting ready for tomorrow night's Monday Night Raw. This is the go-home show to get us to the Royal Rumble 2016. It will be January 17th edition of WWE's Monday Night Raw. We'll start out talking about WWE's Monday Night Raw with basically the biggest segment of the night, which is going to be Brock Lesnar. It's told us that basically Brock Lesnar is going to be a part of WWE's Monday Night Raw for the second week in a row. Easily, you can look at Brock as being one of the most favorable guys to have a chance to win the Royal Rumble and go on to be the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And you would wonder, what are they going to do with Brock? At least they're going to be going out and sort of promoting the fact that Brock Lesnar is going to be on Monday Night Raw instead of leaving it up as a sort of a big surprise to everybody that's sitting home and watching, maybe giving somebody a reason in order to turn on Monday Night Raw. They're going to be bringing back Chris Jericho as well as the highlight reel, and that will be what Brock is doing. He will be on the highlight reel with Paul Heyman, and you would think of, I believe it was during the summertime when Chris Jericho was on Monday Night Raw, and he basically was trying to pick a fight with Paul Heyman, and they ended up putting him in a match for Brock Lesnar to come out and beat the hell out of Jericho, leaving him laying. I believe this is one of the first times that we're going to see Jericho and Brock on the same show since then. It's sort of funny to see Jericho pairing up with Brock Lesnar on this show, seeing how the last 2 weeks he's been really caught up in trying to have some sort of a feud with a New Day, going back with the Rudy Tooty Booty crap that nobody cares about. Pinko, what do you think about Brock being on Raw on the highlight reel?
I personally think that it's really cool because the fact that Brock Lesnar's doing certain things, and he's not just doing the ordinary. I'm going to attack the champion and I'm going to go after the champion because that's what I'm all about. He's been working house shows. He's been having awesome matches for people you wouldn't expect him to have awesome matches with. So the fact that he's doing things like the highlight reel is just a little cool thing to add to it.
I think basically this just guarantees we're going to get one hell of a promo from Paul Heyman. I don't really see a whole lot going on between Brock and Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho, I can see basically tucking his tail between his legs. I don't think this guy going into the Royal Rumble wants to be picking a one-on-one fight against Brock Lesnar, the biggest, baddest dude inside of WWE. But then again, you think back to the end of Monday Night Raw, I know that basically Roman Reigns is basically trying to have his own little thing going on with Vince and Stephanie and them. We haven't seen Triple H make his return, but more than likely I would think that Roman Reigns is going to make his way down to the ring, wondering why he got a trip to Suplex City last week. It almost looked like Brock Lesnar had taken on some sort of a babyface turn and was just basically laying out all of the heels only to hit Roman Reigns with one of the biggest F5s we've ever seen in WWE. But there's going to be a lot of questions answered tomorrow. Hopefully we'll see those guys picking out balls, but that's what Brock Lesnar is going to be doing on Monday Night Raw tomorrow night. I am as surprised as you guys, but the number 2 most important thing on the Raw 5-point rollout, basically talking about what's going to be going down on Monday Night Raw, has to do with the social outcasts. With, you got Curtis Axel, Heath Slater, Bo Dallas, and Adam Rose. They got a big win on the Friday night SmackDown, I guess Thursday night SmackDown, when they went up against Jack Swagger, Zack Ryder, Damian Sandow, and Goldust. I think the biggest surprise of all this is how Damian Sandow does not fit in with the social outcasts. It looks like they're going to be going towards their next step. I don't even know where this is really going. It seemed like their biggest rival was Ryback. It was almost the point where you thought maybe that Ryback was going to fight these guys for a while, to the point where basically Ryback joined them because he couldn't beat all 4 guys at once. Maybe they put some sort of a stipulation on it. I don't know where the hell they're going with the social outcasts, but you got to cheer for these guys. They're a lot of fan favorites that just don't really get pushed. It's almost like they took like the 4 guys that are most searched on WWE.com and then just put them together. Like, we got to do something with them. They obviously have fans because people keep searching for them, but I don't know. I don't know. It's easy to set up, another 8-man tag to sort of set up the Royal Rumble because this is the go-home show, but I'm not really looking forward to a whole bunch from this. We also have Charlotte and Becky Lynch setting up their Royal Rumble match. Becky Lynch put out a challenge to Charlotte, and we're just waiting for Charlotte and Ric Flair to answer. We also know from my good buddy Victor that Paige will be making her return. We'll see how she fits into this whole puzzle. Maybe she, claims to be the special guest referee for this match, or I don't know. She's been gone for a few weeks. Maybe she'll just be in a separate, a Divas match. They've been doing a lot of Divas matches on Raw as of late, trying to get them 2 segments a show, trying to say that this Divas revolution is still going strong. But I'm really looking forward to Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. I think that hopefully Becky Lynch can get the win. They're really building her up right now. I'd be sort of surprised if they built her up and then just had Charlotte win. But Charlotte has been getting a lot of press coverage, of course, with her magazine cover. I wouldn't be surprised if they kept the title on her as well. On Thursday Night SmackDown, we had a really big surprise. Kalisto, who won the title, the United States Championship on Monday Night Raw, was dropping the title to Alberto Del Rio already, and it looks like WWE is saying that the feud is going to continue. I read some talk saying that maybe Kalisto versus Del Rio were going to have another match as early as Monday, but on the 5-point preview here, it basically says that Kalisto and Del Rio will probably be doing battle at the Royal Rumble, so we'll have to see what gets us to there. Maybe it's Kalisto and a partner going up against Del Rio and a member of his little group, the League of Nations. We'll have to see how they save this for you as well. And last but not least, setting up the last man standing match between Kevin Owens and Dean Ambrose. These guys will be sort of seeing some sort of action. We saw them in a tag team match on SmackDown trying to get their hands on each other. And to me, honestly, when I think about the last man standing match, this is just ridiculously stupid. I know that Owens, I know that Ambrose both want to be Intercontinental Champion, but to put yourself in a last man standing match where you're just going to beat the crap out of each other before a night that you both have a chance to go after the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, it's almost like the point where it's like, hey, why don't we beat the crap out of each other on Raw if we don't win the championship at the Royal Rumble? Why don't we sort of take it easy? I know that we hate each other, but us beating the crap out of each other and then 30 minutes later getting into this Rumble doesn't make a lot of sense to us winning the whole deal. So, honestly, I'll break it down for you right here. If it doesn't involve Brock Lesnar on the highlight reel with Chris Jericho, I don't think we're going to have a great Monday Night Raw tomorrow. We're just sort of limping in to get us to the Royal Rumble. Everybody knows that once the Royal Rumble's here, nobody's going to be complaining about wrestling anymore. Even Fastlane looks like it's going to be shaping up to be a good show. So let's just get through one more and see where we're at after the Rumble. See you guys.